Well, hello everybody, it's BugEater64, and here we are. Going to be doing something else. As you can tell, we're in AirHauler2, so we'll be flying an X-plane. And we have gone ahead and joined FBFT, which is a virtual airline run by the brothers at FBFT YouTube channel. Who do some great stuff. Anyway, I figured I'd get a hold, put my application in. They accepted it, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can fly a mission for them. So what we did was we joined the feed. They've got a fleet with the Baron, the King Air, the Cirrus SR-22T, the Cirrus Vision SF-50, and the PA-46-500. And their base, as you can see right down here, let's take a look at it, is at TJBQ on the island of Puerto Rico. So the mission, let's go ahead and take a look at the cargo job that's available, is down at, we're going to go from TJBQ at Aquadia to Santome, which is SVST. Now that's about 599 miles, or say 600 miles, and be done with it. We're going to have a quantity of 616 pounds of cargo, and we are going to use the Baron 58 for it. So it's going to take a couple flights because the Baron only carries 300 plus pounds of cargo, and so if we go to the fleet there, we should be good to go. I've already booked it out, and we're gonna, and its aircraft condition is 99%, so I'll have to check on that. But then we'll go ahead and get this flight going and see how things go. Find out what flying with the virtual airline is like. And this flight only makes $7,700 gross, and I think we pick up 50% of that. So not a lot of money, but it's going to be interesting so that we can see how virtual airline works in AirHauler2. So let's go ahead and get in the aircraft, get things started, and be on our way. See you inside the cockpit. Alrighty, well, here we are inside the cockpit. We got the engine started and everything is looking good. We're going to start our taxiway down to runway 8, and we will be on our way. So let's release the brakes. And as you can see, this is an AirHauler2 virtual airline flight, in that what we're doing here is I joined a virtual airline with run by the Flight Brothers, and I'm going to take the Baron 58 here with maxed out at just over 300 pounds of cargo, and we're going to fly it a little over 500 miles and deliver it, and then we'll have to come back because the total cargo for this mission is actually just over 600 pounds. So that's what we're going to do. So sit back, relax, make sure you got your seatbelt on in case we hit turbulence, and enjoy the ride. We are in X-Plane 1150, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, get down the end of this taxiway and make sure our airplane is ready for takeoff, that the flaps and everything are in takeoff configuration, and all systems are go, and then we'll be on our way. And this is an auto-generated airport in X-Plane 1150, and it's actually looking pretty good, actually. I don't know if it looks like the real airport or not, because I haven't checked, but landing lights on, taxi lights off. It doesn't look bad. Flaps to flight configuration, takeoff. Let's start the engines here. Get them up to power. Airspeed's alive. She's a bit heavy bird, so let's go ahead and rotate. And we have positive rates, so gear coming up. Three up, okay. Boy, that was something. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn onto our heading here. And flaps coming up. Trim our bird. Alright, let's get in here and get ready to approach the airfield and get ready for landing. Landing gear is down. We've got our first degree of flaps. This is the stock Baron 58 in X-Plane. The only thing I've added is the pop-up you see of the GTN 750, which is working splendidly. turning on to a short final. We were a little bit high there, but that's all right. Okay. Okay, not my best landing, but definitely not my worst. So, we are down. Get the flaps up. Alright, so what we do is okay, so they handed the cargo. So now what we have to do is okay. So we are ready to turn around and head back. So we can do that. And we'll see you back at home base. Alright, so getting ready to land back at home base so we can pick up more cargo and head back. pick up cargo here, fly back, and then we will get credit for the mission being complete once we deliver the cargo that we're going to pick up here back at home base. And the last landing was smooth, but let's see if we can improve upon that.
500. Minimums. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10,
And I'll take that. We greased it. And just let it roll out here a little bit. Slow down some, and then we'll turn off to the left and head back to hangar to get some more cargo. Alright, let's get off the runway. Actually, for an auto-generated airport, it's not bad at all. Many of the hangars are open, so if I wanted to pull right inside, I could. And the airplane, the more I fly it, the more comfortable I get with it, of course, and so I'm able to work things out a little better. But it is performing just like it's supposed to. And we've chosen that gray hangar with the door open just to the right of the tower as you face it from the runway. Okay, we can shut down the engines now. Very good. Let's go ahead and shut the aircraft down. All right, back to our cold and dark state. We are ready. So back to AirHauler, and our aircraft is home. So we'll go ahead and load this cargo. That's what's left of that mission. Refuel, because we don't have enough fuel to get back to the island. Or, yeah, get back to our destination. It's not an island. It's the northeast portion of South America. So we are ready to go. Got our cargo, got our flight plan in. Yes, we are happy to taxi and take off. So, let's do that. Okay, and here we go, approaching the airport again. Hope you enjoyed that flight. It was pretty much uneventful. So let's see if we can do another good landing. One thing I have found with the Baron 58 in X-Plane is that I need to make sure that it is well trimmed before I activate the autopilot. Otherwise, it has a tendency, once I turn on the autopilot, it wants to porpoise. And it'll porpoise for, a period of time and then settle down. But it's very aggravating, nerve-wracking when this thing starts doing that. So yeah, I really have to trim it up, make sure it's really well trimmed before we do that. So, but let's see if we can get her back on the ground.
40, 30, 20,
This approach was much better than our first time here.
10,
And our landing was much better. And this time we're just going to let it roll down towards the end of the runway where the parking area is and fuel stand, things like that. And deliver our cargo. And take a bit of a break before we head back, because the total for today is going to be over about 2,500 miles total flight time, or flying miles today. Alrighty, so we'll park it here. And get the lights and so on off. Yeah, golden dark. All right. So let's get this cargo delivered. All right, mission accomplished. So that'll put $7,700 into the company coffers, and I get 50% of that. So, and a greaser landing, never complain about those. All right then. Well, we completed the flight and got her done. The virtual airline, things seem to be working well. Learned a lot. The Flight Brothers aviation group that I fly for, things work pretty well. Found out I got permissions to do repairs on aircraft. Tried doing it, couldn't do it. Then found out I had to go back into my fleet where I have the Baron 58, which I've moved over to the Virtual Airlines. And at that point, I could do repairs and hourly checks. The aircraft was 100%, but when I got to this airport, it told me that I was due my 300-hour check. So I went ahead and did the 300-hour check prior to the flight back to home base. Once I got back to home base, we went ahead and picked up the rest of the cargo for this mission, flew it back here, and mission complete. Payment made. So that's all working good, and as things go, we'll get bigger aircraft. I would love to see possibly a DC-3 in here so I could carry at least 6,000 pounds of cargo, because this the Baron works really well. And this is the laminar research stock Baron for the most part. I use the GTN 750 pop-up for my navigation because I really like the way it works, and it worked just like it's supposed to here. So it just doesn't carry much cargo. It's just over 300 pounds, less than 400 pounds of cargo. So but it's a small airplane. What would I expect other than that, But anyway, everything went well. Landings were okay, takeoffs were good, so no issues. And hopefully, as we go in this, we'll do a little more research, learn a little bit more. This is what this is all about, and that's what we're going to do. So with that being said, this is Bug Eater 64. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Glad to have you along. I really enjoy doing these things. And until next time, we will see you. And as always, remember, safe flying.